another episode of The Imaginary Boys. We are the Asshole Brothers. I am Asshole Brother number 1, Mr. Habanero. I have Asshole Brother number 2, which is Mr. Lettuce. And I have Asshole Brother number 3, which is Mr. Cindershadow. How are you doing, Mr. Cindershadow and Lettuce? We are the
I am
Asshole
okay.
Brothers.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing awesome. So we're the Asshole Brothers?
We're the Asshole
apparently.
Brothers now.
Our super asshole brothers?
Yep.
With our assholes combined.
We make Asshole Planet. We were just in a conversation talking about how assholes are for women specifically, are a conspiracy designed by the porn industry to sell porn to men who believe that assholes on women must exist. So, and Lettuce had a counterpoint to it.
Well, either, I mean, if we're saying it's a porn star, it's a porn industry, then either we were wrong,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm dating a dude, or I'm dating an ex-porn star.
Mm. What if it's like you know how like they have like pocket pussies and stuff like that? Like what if it's just like and they make them designed, like I've seen this before. Totally not talking about personal experience. They have the whole thing where there's like the body pillows with the sexy like anime waifus, but then they designed them so that they have like fake legs, and then they have like a pocket pussy like in between the fake legs. So like what if they do that, but like with an asshole, like a latex asshole design, and then women just don't have anything going on down there for like an asshole, and then they just get that to like trick people into thinking that they have one, you know?
Okay, so
My God, this was elaborate.
So my question is, Habs,
yeah,
and Cinder, you're probably going to want to question him on this one too. Do you believe like females have like just like detachable modular like bottom halves?
we would be living in the perfect universe if they did, I'm sure.
Well, like entire bottom halves, like a woman has her normal bottom half, which is holeless.
They're all just Mrs. Potato Head.
Well, Lettuce, have you seen what goes on for content on Twitch nowadays? We all know girls have no legs.
You know, he might be onto something there.
I mean, that's true. We haven't seen there's a bunch of women who think they're in the safety of their own home, and we don't have any proof of them having legs.
It's true.
We only have them on the torso up. Wait a second. No. I've seen I think I've seen Amaranth have legs.
I don't know.
On a stream.
I think they might be robotic.
Granted,
they could very well be.
Granted, if Hab's theory is correct, like they just like have detachable like bottom halves.
Yeah.
Like they don't need legs to survive. They can walk around they can bipedally walk around with their hands, especially if it's like their abdomen is like cut off at the belly button.
Mm-hmm.
They could just just plant and just walk around.
What if they just like float around psychically? Like what if it's all and like what we think we see as legs is just like an illusion, like we're being hypnotized.
So you think every female has an active glamour spell?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's the Lulu gravity equation all over again.
So human females actually don't have bottom halves. They have top. Well then why would they have top halves? Why would they have bodies at all?
Don't you understand, man? Sex is all in your mind, dude. It doesn't really exist. Come on, man. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy made by the porn industry.
Yeah. The porn industry is
No. I've seen a baby female.
Excuse me?
I've seen a baby female fresh from being born.
Be careful where you're treading here, buddy.
Right? This ain't no Disney show.
What kind of Disney shows are you watching, man? Whoa! Whoa!
Hey, it's safe. I'm an ex-magic judge.
All right, let's let the professional speak. He knows what he's talking about.
Okay.
Okay, so I've seen a human female baby.
Okay.
They have their full body.
Are you sure?
The legs fall off at about 13.
Oh, that's kind of like you know have you ever heard of like an olm? Have you ever heard of olms? OLM? So there's a amphibious reptile
Yeah.
called an olm, and they live in caves, and they're born with eyeballs, but the eyeballs are nearly useless. So after they reach a certain age, like their eyeballs fall out and the skin like grows over the eye sockets because they're just permanently blind anyways. So like what if that's like what's going on here? Like the legs just kind of fall off and then they just kind of like adapt and grow their psychic powers like as they get older, and once they're fully developed, that's when the legs fall off, and then the rest is just an illusion.
You know what? I'll buy all of that.
I mean,
For
I'm willing to
$1?
buy. No, I'll buy it too. I can't think of any good rebuttal at this point.
We got it. We got it all figured out. We're on to you, women. We're on to you.
A woman hits puberty and her bottom half falls off. she gains telekinesis, but only to levitate herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has some kind of she also has like a way to create like a telepathic field, so that people around her can perceive her bottom half.
Why do you think men are so easily manipulated by women? It's because of their psychic powers.
It has to be, right?
I mean, that's the only reason I can think of, right? I mean, it makes perfect sense to me.
I mean, I can't come up with any kind of counter argument, even though I want to.
I'm telling you, man, it's the science. We're getting into the nitty gritty science of this particular episode. We know what's going on.
I think you got me, man.
Yep.
So females don't actually have anuses; they have glamour spells, and they just trick you to think that you are humping an orifice when you're just really just flailing, like you're flailing around like an idiot.
You're just flailing around there in the wind.
You're flailing around like an idiot. And she's just sitting there watching you, going, "What an ass!"
It's like a fish out of water, right?
Magikarp, use splash!
Quick, Magikarp, does that splash attack. Hit him with another splash attack. Oh my god!
Oh, this was a fast opening.
I mean, hey, we're the asshole brothers. I knew exactly where we were going right from the beginning. Oh my god, so good.
Oh my god.
So
that was absolutely ridiculous.
That
I can't get the mental image out of my head of just like a woman just like floating above like a dude who's like going into like spasms like while he's imagining having anal sex, and she's like, yeah, you think that's an asshole, don't you? That's right, you're an idiot.
Oh my god.
Okay, so my question is like, what does she do with the mess?
The mess doesn't exist, don't you understand? That's all part of the conspiracy.
No. We make a mess when we go off. Do women have like a permanent like soft cushion there on their bottom half just to catch that shit?
What if the secret is that like they need that to power their psychic abilities?
Oh! I was about to say that.
It's almost like I read your mind.
Get out of my head, Charles.
Oh my god! You think they're like Jedi? They're like, you think that's semen that I'm covered in?
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Now my girlfriend's gonna Morpheus me.
She's gonna be like, "What once wasn't good enough for you?"
She's just gonna be sitting there like Morpheus in that one scene where they're fighting in the dojo, and she's gonna be like, "Do you think that's pussy you're eating?" And then she's gonna give me this really smug look on it. Then she's gonna give me this really smug look. I'd be like, "And I predicted this.
Oh my god!
I spoke it into existence."
I'm literally like in tears right now.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh man! Oh my god!
I want to.
Well, that was an opening.
Yeah, well, not only was that an opening, but I don't know if we can go any further up than there. We might as well just end it right here. Podcast. Good night, everybody.
Remember, follow your dreams.
It's over about as fast as that fish flopping out of water.
You said it,
Magikarp, use splash. Quick, hit him with another splash attack.
Dodge that splash attack and counter with your own splash attack. Return, Magikarp. Go, Ditto.
It was super effective.
It was super effective. Oh man, that was like an iconic cartoon back in the day. That was back in the Newgrounds days.
Yeah,
man. I don't, Cinder, like you weren't here when we talked about Newgrounds. Were you ever a part of the Newgrounds community?
No.
Like you never watched like old school like cartoons on Newgrounds or anything like that, or played games on Newgrounds or anything?
No. I don't know what you're talking
about. Cindershadow was too busy learning what the female anatomy felt like.
Dude, I was like, actually, how old? So
Cinder and I aren't too far apart from each other.
No.
Yeah.
But I am Canadian, so that's part of the problem.
At the time that I was participating on Newgrounds, I guess that was like right before the first time like I got laid. So I guess technically when I first started getting into Newgrounds, then you'd be correct. You're right. I didn't know what the inside of a nice little lady looks like. But,
or what the female makes you think her anatomy is.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The inside of her mind-powered force field. I didn't know what that felt like at the time. But I mean, like, I don't know. I definitely, because like when I was that age, like I got involved with an older lady when I was like a young lad, and that was the first time for me personally, and that was like. I was like 14. I was like 14 years old, which is super like not good, but you know, that's the life of being that's the life of being a horny young teen with an older teenager girlfriend. At
least you didn't lose your virginity to a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
What is? I mean, it's up to you. Your discretion on that one is up to you, buddy.
Yeah, no, that's as far as that story goes.
Okay.
So, like, okay, like, so
Habs knows because he's my brother.
Yeah.
But Cinder doesn't know because Cinder wasn't around for that discussion.
Yeah, exactly. That's an after hours talk that we did.
Yeah, that's B-roll that, doesn't actually get recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's literally an off the mic thing.
Off the cuff?
Off the mic. Off the cuff is different.
It's the after dark habanero and lettuce after dark.
It's the behind closed doors that nobody ever speaks because we care about each other.
It's the
we care about our well-being.
Where they do the special on you guys when this podcast goes nuclear.
Yeah, when we go viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and we become the next Joe Rogans.
hell yeah, dude. That's our goal. Watch out,
You
Joe
realize-
Rogan. We're coming for you.
You realize that 15 minutes is going to be a very fast 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like we try to be, you know, respectful of one another's, like, you know, tastes, and we try not to, like, you know, let two super personal things get out there. Like, for example, I try my best not to tell every single person I know about Cindershadow's addiction to hermaphroditic porn.
Oh, come on now.
Hey, who isn't addicted to hermaphroditic porn?
Just because there was a claw machine filled with them without me knowing about it.
You can never take that back.
No, I know.
I mean, I'll be the first person to go out there. My favorite form of hentai is voodoo.
Mm-hmm. He's a Bible Black kind of man.
You know, when all of that went down, I laughed my ass off. And
Yeah,
so
because you
everyone
loved
else
it so
did.
much. That's
No.
okay. Dude, it's okay. You could listen, me and Lettuce, like, do you know Lettuce? Like, do you know Lettuce, Cindershadow? We are people who are very accepting of your taste in hermaphroditic porn. We get it. It's okay, dude. Like, sometimes
One
like,
of us.
Yeah.
We accept you. We accept you. One of us. One of us.
Goo Goo Gaga, is that what it was?
It's Goobu Gaga. Goobu Gaba.
Goo Goo Gaba. There you go.
Goobu Gaba. Goobu Gaba. We accept you. We accept you. One of us. One of us. We accept you. Goobu Gaba.
Right. And part of being one of us, especially on Lettuce's side, is you got to be okay with a little dick chick, you know? Like, that, you got to be comfortable with that. And clearly you've been on this podcast enough times at this point that, you know,
I
we have
keep coming back for some reason.
You what?
I keep coming back for some reason. So
yeah. You want to chill with the boys.
exactly.
Like, I have no shame in it. Cinder bought me a Fuda hentai game for Christmas.
You mean I bought? Wait, did he buy you one besides me?
No, not Cinder has. My bad. I'm
Yeah,
a little
what?
drunk.
I bought
No,
you a what now?
No, Habs bought me. Habs bought me a Fuda hentai game.
I did.
And I sped ran it.
Yeah, he loved it. Well,
Is that
to a
these
degree.
weird dating anime games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't call it weird. It's
No,
normal.
it's weird. It's absolutely 100% weird.
I actually like, and I've talked about it already. I adore the Gamer Chick game that Lettuce bought me. I love that game.
Like, I sped run the happy ending and the sad ending.
There you go. Did you cry? Did it make you cry?
No, the sad ending was kind of lame.
Okay.
There was a lot of unfortunate encounters in the no laid speed run.
Yeah,
Like,
and you didn't cry because that would make me cry.
You still got laid in the 0% and the 0 sex speed run in that game.
You get laid in the no sex version? Wait, what?
Yeah, at least 3 or 4 times. You do everything. You do everything in your power to try to avoid having sex, and you still end up having sex like 4 times.
Damn. That person's got it going on. No, I must abstain. I must. Well, I guess just this one time, or maybe 3 or 4. It's fine, but I will abstain.
There's a loose definition of consent apparently when you are a horny Fuda chick.
Oh, I see. I mean, that's just the life of those particular people, which Cinder would clearly know about because he's very much into hermaphroditic porn and hermaphroditic pornographic games. Why don't you tell us about a few? Why don't you tell us about a few of them, Cinder? We know you've had plenty of experience with it.
The only ones I know is the ones that I keep getting handed over to me, and then I don't play them.
Yeah. Man, your stream watchers, man, they'll send you some weird crap.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, one of the really
it's entertaining, but yeah, it's weird.
One of the repeat offenders is Crash Test. He sends really sketchy stuff.
Crash Test,
Yeah. That guy's
he's awesome. Bad. He's awesome. But sometimes you go, I'm not sure.
Did he give you the same, like, offensive one that he sent me?
What offensive one did he send you?
The
not nice German one.
yeah, the sex with the
World War
super
II. Oh
inappropriate.
my god, he sent you that?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
I'm sorry, that's my fault.
I was like, when he sent me that, I was like, crash test. My heritage is Jewish, you asshole.
I'm sorry, that was my fault. I showed Crash Test that.
Oh God. And he bought it for you? I hope he bought it for
Nope. I literally, because of the other stuff he's bought me, it came up on my feed on Steam.
Did he send you? Didn't he send you like a furry game or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he sent me a few.
I vaguely recall that. Did he send you a furry game, like a furry porn game? He what?
He's sent me a few.
Yeah, because he knows.
No,
you need to go for it.
No. Yeah, he sent me 3 in total.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
God bless you, Crash Test. If you're listening, God bless you.
No, but because of that other game showed up on my feed, and I went, "What the hell is this?" And I did a screen grab of it, and that actually started making the rounds online. It was hilarious.
He's like, Steam is just like, we know what you're into, you degenerate furry.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm sorry, when it comes up with the World War II bad guys and sex, you sit there and go, no.
Yeah,
Steve, what are you doing?
When does the sequel Sex with Stalin come out?
Right?
Yiffing with meow.
Oh God.
So have I, Cindershadow, have I preached to you the gospel of Monster Girl Island?
The gospel of Island?
Yeah, Monster Girl Island. Have I preached to you the gospel of Monster Girl Island?
No.
Well, then you know what? Let me tell you about it. This is a game that you need to play. It has a deep plot, fascinating characters, definitely lots and lots of nudity and sex with monster women. It's totally right up your alley, you furry degenerate.
It's a Korean gotcha game, basically.
No, it's not. It's not a gotcha game at all.
It looked like a gotcha game from where I was sitting.
No, it has no gotcha in it whatsoever. Like, at all.
You mean the free game that's on Steam called Monster Girl Island Prologue?
Yeah, that's it. So it doesn't have any gotcha in it at all. It's literally it's a dating simulation RPG, but you actively like roam around in it. There's like quests you have to do. Very hot, sexy monster girl women that you can get very, very entangled with. By the way, oh man, some of those scenes are popping back into my head, and I was about to say like one is a best girl, but there's so many.
How does this game have 16,000 reviews?
Because it's freaking amazing. Cindershadow, play Monster Girl Island. You furry goddamn degenerate. Play Monster Girl Island. Even if you're not a furry, this game will make you a furry. Just play it.
Oh God, no! Even worse.
Just play Monster Girl Island. You know what, Lettuce? You should play Monster Girl Island too, because I'm pretty sure you have not played it.
Yeah, hard pass.
Play it.
Hard pass.
So you'll play Dick Dine and Dash, but you won't play Monster Girl Island?
Yeah. Furry.
But they're like let us play this one for me. Play this one for me. Please. And like,
no.
Please. It's so good. It's so good.
Bro, I love you and I'll do anything for you except for play furry porn games.
But it's not like that. It's not like, I mean, it's not.
And I will do anything for Habs, but I draw the line at furry shit.
But like, okay, if I remember correctly, this one particular portion is not actually released yet, but it's implied to happen eventually. You can f*** a dragon. You can a dragon, Lettuce.
Okay, still gonna pass.
Come on, man. Lettuce,
I've got
dude,
dragon, dude. Or I could watch two dick chicks going at it. You know what I'm gonna do? Not the furry shit. That's right. I'm drawing the line at the furry shit.
Come on, Lettuce. You know how I am about sexy dragons. Give me a break here.
Yes, I know. You're borderline furry with your scaly shit.
Oh man. Okay, but anyways, well, if I can't convince Lettuce, Cindershadow, you gotta play Monster Girl Island, okay?
Nope.
You gotta play it.
Nope.
Somebody in this goddamn podcast needs to play Monster Girl Island so that I can talk to them about it.
I tell you what, you convince Maz to play that game, and I will consent to her being on our podcast.
Oh God.
No, you won't. Don't you lie to me.
Oh, I'm not lying. If you could convince Maz to play this game so that she could talk to you about it, I will 100% invite her onto a podcast to talk to her about it. I will even participate in the podcast, and won't bully and harass her.
Oh, I even heard the hesitation in your voice when you said that.
And I won't, because I didn't know if I wanted to make that promise, but I will make that promise. If you can get her to play this game and then come onto our podcast so that she could talk to you about it. Granted, she has to meet our minimum requirements of headphones.
Yeah. Cindershadow.
Yeah, well. Too bad.
But if she's willing to do all that, I will invite her on and I will not bully and harass her. I can't guarantee I'll be nice. I'll participate. And I will not bully and harass.
Right.
Well, you hear that,
I might call her a furry, but you know.
You do know that I got Maz to play Destiny Child, right?
Yeah, no, you two were playing that game. You tried to get me on it, but you're like, it's this mobile game, and I looked at it and I'm like,
it's a gacha game.
I was like, well, this is another one of your gacha games.
It's the only gacha game I play, but nonetheless, it is a gacha game. But I love it.
I'm waiting for Pokemon with microtransactions. That'll be fun.
They already do.
Yeah, don't they already?
They have the isn't it called a MOBA?
I mean, Pokemon Go has balls you can buy.
Yeah, but
it's also so dumb and easy to get balls that's really not even a point.
There's the I can't remember the name of it. It's the Dota, the Pokemon Dota game. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Pokemon Unite?
Yeah, so that one has microtransactions for making your characters stronger and stuff like that, and like, you know, pay to win style.
No, it's cosmetics only.
No, it's not. I know for a fact because I was following what's his name? I was following Moist Critical while he was playing it and talking about it, and he like spent a crazy insane amount of money just to like make his Pokemon top tier to win that game. I watched him do it. Okay.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I was like, it's a Pokemon Dota clone.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't even really like Dota, and I'm not going to spend I'm not just going to play a really weird Pokemon game because it's Pokemon.
Well, my only point is
I don't even play Pokemon Go anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't play Pokemon Go either. Do you play Pokemon Go, Cinder?
I used to.
Yeah, that lasted about 7 months for me.
Yeah, that's same.
You know, winter hits and it kind of dulls the want to go outside.
Yeah.
Oh no, I could do all of Pokemon Go for my car.
Yeah, but. Here's the thing. I get winter about 5 to 6 months out of the year. So I just give up on it.
Okay.
You silly Canadian bitch.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Okay, come on. He's not I know where Cinder is.
Yeah, me too.
He's not that far from the border, and neither are you.
What are you
That's
talking
true.
about? Not that far from the border. I'm at least 5 hours.
Oh, well, he's further away than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily 5 hours. Probably 6 or 7.
I can literally walk to the border from my place, and it would probably be like maybe an hour or two on foot.
I'm thinking somebody else. My bad.
You silly, silly man. Yeah, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm in the middle of Alberta where there's not much else around here except a big giant mall.
Right. For some strange reason, I pegged you just outside of Vancouver.
No.
Oh. Yeah. Again, it was somebody else I was thinking about.
Gotcha. Yeah. I definitely only played for like played Pokemon Go for the first summer that it came out.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening was I was out like constantly playing Pokemon Go, and I suffered from really serious dehydration and heat stroke from doing that. And I had to like stop playing it. And then when I went into that kind of like recovery period, I just kind of gave up on it.
Yeah.
And so haven't really gone back to it and haven't really wanted to go back. I don't even think it's on my phone anymore. I don't think it is anyways. I don't know. I'm checking it real quick. I mean, but then again, I don't really play Pokemon games at all anymore. Like, I mean, we talked about this so much, me and Lettuce. Like, I mean, he's the Pokemon. Oh, I do have Pokemon Go on my phone still. Weird.
I know it's still on my phone.
I mean, it's still on my phone. I just haven't opened it in 2 years.
Yeah, same here. I wonder if there's
I haven't opened it in probably about 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, that recent, huh?
Yeah, well, I was playing it during the last time I was working because Crash Test got me playing it, and then I was always trading gifts back with them, and then I just forgot about it, and I trailed off.
I'm actually, speaking of Pokemon with Cinder, I'm actually jealous. You have a copy of Red in, like, perfect condition.
Yes.
I'm so jelly.
It's actually right beside me.
That's amazing. I'm so jelly. I have yellow, but it's all fucked up.
I have a red, a blue, and a yellow.
Jelly. Are they all in good condition?
I think so.
Yeah, you should hold on to those. Those are going to be worth monstrous bank. And on top of that, you know what I would actually do? If I had all 3 of them like that, I would actually frame them in, like, good condition.
Yeah, I probably should shadow box them.
Yeah. Do you have, like a Game Boy Color with it that works?
Yes.
I would get all 4 of those, like the 3 games and the Game Boy Color framed. That would be super freaking rad.
Yeah, I could probably do that. I got a lot of Game Boys.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do they all still work, or
some of them do, not all of them.
Gotcha.
It's like I have about 10 Wiis. By the way, did you hear the Wiis are going to explode on April 1st?
That sounds amazing. I have a Wii. Maybe I should plug it in on April 1st just to see it happen.
Yeah.
Maybe you might want to check the date on that.
I know.
Oh.
That's for everyone else.
Gotcha.
It actually was an article, though.
I bet.
Yeah, it was an article on Hard Drive, which is a satire site, but it was pretty funny.
Nice. Yeah. I will plug mine in anyways, because there you go.
Just to watch it go boom.
Yep.
That's it.
Big bada boom.
Big bada boom.
Big bada boom.
Multipass.
Multipass.
Jinx. 1, 2, 3, Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Okay. I'll be sure to give you that soda.
So does this mean I can't speak for the rest of the podcast?
No, that's why I say you owe me a soda, because once you say you owe me a soda,
okay.
That negates the not being able to speak, but it means in return you owe me a soda.
There's always these made up rules.
Yeah, because
always these made up rules.
Everyone you know why? Because we're 6 years old.
Exactly.
I'm 100% gonna Amazon a soda into your
send me a Jones
P.O.Box.
Send habanero ranch soda.
I will kill you. I will do a product review of it, and then I will kill you.
Okay. Okay, so it's called ranch soda.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they even have a bacon soda and a peanut
Yep.
butter and jelly soda.
Yep.
Oh, God.
I mean, I
Is
know you
this
don't.
like a real thing that's actually happening?
I mean, I know they don't. I know you don't drink soda, but
I'll do it for the bit.
oh man, oh look, there's like this 6-pack, and it's got sweet corn and pumpkin pie and buffalo wing sauce and bacon and peanut butter and jelly. Man, that would be
Oh, man.
incredibly shitty of somebody if they were to buy one and then man, I should never be drunk and have access to my Amazon account.
Oh, man.
Oh, here comes the soda reviews.
Oh, Cindershadow, I'll kill you.
You are not allowed to kill Cindershadow.
Woohoo!
Oh, man. See, I can't kill Lettuce because I know that he's just easily manipulated and influenced by this kind of stuff. But Cindershadow, you should know better. You should know better.
I know I should know better.
Did you? So, like, I mentioned Jones Soda at first. Have you guys ever had like the old Jones sodas? Like, I used
Green apple.
Dude, bubblegum, blue bubblegum.
Yeah, green apple.
Oh man, so like, I remember as a kid there was like this.
So sometime around March 23rd, March 25th, you'll be getting a 6-pack of soda at your P.O.Box.
So in 5 days. That's awesome.
Oh no. Oh god, are they all the same thing or are they different?
No,
ones?
it's a variety pack.
Variety pack.
It's a variety pack where you get the buffalo wing sauce and the pumpkin pie and the sweet corn and the ranch and the peanut butter and jelly and bacon.
Oh god. Well, I guess I have some videos I've got to make soon.
Oh, this is gonna be epic,
man. I do everything I can to help you with your to help you make some content.
Yeah, you do.
Oh man. Oh man, this would have been a much better 6-pack to give you. Too bad I don't like you that much. Well, though there was a soda, like there's also like the Southern Pie variety, which gives you peaches and cream, apple pie, strawberry and cream, key lime, lemon meringue. I bet lemon meringue soda slaps. And then cherry and cream. So it's like a bunch of like, it sounds like a bunch of,
wouldn't have been that bad.
So like they have they have probably 2 selections. They're like, we have the multi-pack for the person you hate, and we have the multi-pack for the person you love.
Because this one looks like it's a cream soda where they're like, it's cream soda plus, apple pie and peach and strawberry. And that looks, I'm not going to lie. It sounds pretty like lemon, like key lime and lemon meringue.
Yeah.
I mean, they do sound like they slap.
I can't get over the fact that they have a sweet corn.
Well,
it's just pure corn syrup.
Oh, don't say that.
It's
oh no.
Well, Mr. Habanero.
Uh-huh.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Uh-huh.
Not only does that exist, but you got a bottle coming to your P.O. box pretty shortly.
Oh, okay, cool, man. Cool. I'm super big fan of that. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Get wrecked, nerd.
You better play some Monster Girl Island. Son of a bitch.
No. Dude, I just gave you $25 in soda. I ain't playing your furry.
And I'm offering you a free game. You get it for free, man. Come on.
No, I just bought you $25 in soda. I don't want your free furry game.
Listen, dude, the shark sex is intense. You would love it. Just try it. Just try it. Dude, just try having sex with a shark. Please, believe me.
Is the shark's name Bruce?
I mean, if you get a shark in a tent, I don't think it's going to survive very long. And not only am I not a furry, I'm not a necro.
Dude, trust me, that bitch flops. Okay.
For a little bit, and then it exasperates and dies.
She doesn't die the whole time. And I mean,
You're talking about a shark in a tent.
Yeah, well, no, she's not in a tent.
You said
kind of
you said a shark was intense.
I said intense, not like. Are we talking about like a circus fire? Are we talking about a circus fire here? Yeah.
Dead joke.
Man, I will
Cinder got the dad joke because
No,
he's bad.
Yeah, I got it. I got it way too quick, and I was like, "Oh, let's see how far this goes."
That was a joke that I used to tell when I was a kid. I was like, "Did you hear about all the clowns that died in the circus fire? I heard it was intense."
Oh, so bad.
Gotcha. Got him. Yeah, that's right. I hear you, audience. At least one of you are laughing intensely. I can hear it right now. I can hear you laughing.
Canadian beer is like making love in a canoe. It's fucking close to water.
Canadian beer?
Yeah, Canadian beer.
Yeah. I get it.
At least it's not American beer.
I don't know.
Hey.
I would never drink American beer.
I resent that. There's some good American beers that I mean, nothing like, if we're talking like Coors or Budweiser, yeah, get the beer. That shit's gross. But like
Canadian beer is like the only real beer out there. Come on now.
Nah, dude. So the area that I live in is pretty famous for its its in-town breweries and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
microbreweries are different.
There's a couple of great, there's this one place that I love getting beer at, and they have a beer called the NoHo, and it is so delicious. It is like the best beer in town. It is hands down the best beer in town. There is no beer better than the NoHo. And besides the fact that it
tastes like sweet corn,
thank God, no.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yo, bro, if you had that peanut butter and jelly beer, it's so good. Oh man. So you know what? What's your favorite beer then, Cindershadow? What's your favorite beer and what do you like about it?
Alexander Keith's.
Okay. So what do you like about it? What kind of beer is it?
It's an Indian Pale Ale.
Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. I'm an IPA fan myself as well.
It's also Canadian.
Okay.
From Nova Scotia, but they actually brew it here locally in town.
Nice. That's how you know it's good, if they have a local brewery and it's like a smaller, like a smaller beer.
The brewery here is like huge. We have the Labatt's Brewery right in the middle of town. Nice.
Is that like is it one of those things where the whole town is like built around the one business and thrives off of it?
It is on the south side of Edmonton and it's huge. Like it's probably a good 5-6 city blocks easily.
Damn.
It's like a gigantic brewery.
Okay. So it's not like a microbrewery then? No,
it's not a microbrewery. This is like a full-on warehouse and distributing center. Right? We used to have the Molson Brewery downtown, but they ripped that down, reused all the bricks to build up the new business center that they built down there.
I see.
So yeah.
Do you like beer at all, Lettuce, or are you just like a hard alcohol guy?
I'm mostly a whiskey guy.
Okay.
I'll drink a Guinness every once in a while.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, and today's the day to have Guinness because we're filming this on St. Paddy's Day.
That's true. Put that bread in a jar and choke it down, my friend.
I had one earlier.
If I'm visiting my dad and he asks me to drink a Labatt with him, I'll drink a Labatt, but that's where I will boldly announce that Canadian beer is pretty much water.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? Canadian beer is like 5%, where American beer is like 3 to 4.
Okay.
I think that because I was mentioning the NoHo
still doesn't have a lot of flavor.
It's
Ooh, get
got
wrecked.
more. What were
Beer
you saying?
fight.
Abner?
Huh?
Beer fight.
Yeah,
I
you
was
take one down, pass it around.
I was just saying, if I remember correctly, the NoHo, which is like my favorite beer that they make locally at the microbrewery. I think it's like a 7.5, I think, ABU.
Yeah,
And but the thing is like, first of all, you can have like a couple of them and you can feel it. Like usually I have like two and I'm like, whoa, because I'm a lightweight pussy. And but the really like the thing is though is that, dude, it tastes so good. I love the flavor of a good strong IPA, and the NoHo is an IPA. And I love a good strong bitter like IPA. I love that shit. Like I love it. It's my favorite. So like the more bitter and kind of hoppy it is, the better, you know. And I mean, I do love my like thicker beers as well. Like, you know, you let us mention Guinness. Like I'm always down for Guinness. Like the best is if you get the ones that come in the tall nitrous cans
yes.
and you like crack those open and they drop the nitrous ball. Oh, it's the best. I love that. Like I remember in fact actually I did this when I was streaming with you, if I remember correctly, Cinder. When you and me were doing, so I think it was like old school, some of the old school Minecraft streams that you and me
Yeah.
used to do. And like I went out and I remember I think I bought like a 6-pack of the nitrous ball Guinness,
Yep.
and I would have one of those whenever we would stream together, and that was a good time. That was a good time.
Yeah, the Guinness. I think a proper Guinness takes 2 minutes to pour.
Is that implying because it's so thick it takes forever to come out the spout into the glass?
Something like that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, with the nitrous Guinness,
Mhm.
how you're supposed to pour that, you take the glass, put it over top of it, and flip it upside down, and you let it pour out of it vertically.
Oh, weird.
Very
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then you just let it do that very slowly.
Huh. I've never heard that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's how you're supposed to do the Guinness out of the can.
My father, who's a big fan of Guinness, he always says that the best Guinness is served at room temperature.
Yeah, that's what a lot say.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like my beers to be cold though. Like
Yeah,
I've had a Guinness at room temperature and I've had a Guinness at like cold. And I mean, I definitely understand the appeal of having one at room temperature, but I kind of think I prefer it cold. I think I like most of my beers nice and cold.
yeah. Beer cold is a lot better.
Yeah.
You want a stout that's not bad, very similar to a Guinness, but it has a little bit more of a coffee flavor to it. You should try a Murphy Stout.
I've had a Murphy Stout.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, it's very good. And I do know what you mean. It's kind of got that like rich chocolatey flavor to
Yeah,
it. Yeah, that's super. It's really bold and in your face. I've had that. It's very delicious. Very delicious. I used to have you ever one beer that's really good that I feel like I have a hard time finding unless I'm in the East Coast, because most of the time when I've had it is in the East Coast. Is Smithwick's.
they're okay. Aren't they done by the same people who do Guinness?
I think so. It's definitely an
Because
Irish beer.
they come in the 4-pack with Guinness.
I think so. They have like the bottle cap with the castle on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, super young. I think they also
Um,
have like little messages on their bottle caps too that are all different. But I
what
haven't
is
had
that?
I haven't had a Smithwick since the last time I went to New Hampshire. Very good.
There's a beer in Quebec.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a whole bunch of brands. Uniburoque is the brand. Ephemere, that's one to try.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
It's like an apple beer.
Huh? Do you like hard
Really good.
ciders?
They give me heartburn.
Okay.
I like cider, but I don't drink them very often because
Mm.
they give me really bad heartburn.
Do you drink a lot of like wine coolers?
Oof.
No.
Yeah, probably because it's the sulfates
Yes.
in the yeah. I get mild heartburn whenever I drink too much hard cider.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just not fun.
I can definitely say
It's
that
more
after.
sulfates. It's more sulfates than a typical beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just not a lot of fun. It's yummy.
If I have like for example, like I can drink like two hard ciders, you know, but if I have more than two, I get like tummy aches. Not like heartburn, but I get like a tummy ache, you know. But I think that's
Oh.
more so because it's like if you drink too much apple juice, you know what I mean?
Yes, and they're just super sweet too.
Yeah. Well, so I was gonna say I like Crispins. You ever had like a Crispin apple cider?
I don't even know if I know the brand.
So the reason why I bring it up is because one of the biggest problems I have with you guys have heard me talk about how I'm not a big fan of like sweet liquids, like super sweet liquids. Which is why, like, you know, I don't drink sodas. I'll drink, you know, the sodas that Lettuce is apparently sending me for content.
Yeah, you will.
And that's okay. But I don't personally like to drink sodas like as just like a regular thing. And the main
I
thing
would
is
have to imagine ranch soda is probably not very sweet.
Oh, probably not.
we shall see.
Or the bacon one.
The bacon? Oh my god, is there a bacon one in there?
Yes, there's a bacon one in there.
Oh my god.
I have to assume the peanut butter and jelly is sweet.
That's okay.
And the sweet corn is, you know, sweet.
Sweet corn, that one gets me every time. Oh god. So I don't normally like to drink sweet liquids. It's something about drinking sugar in liquid form. Something about consuming sugar in liquid form really bugs me. It makes me sick.
I spent way too much time in my life in the American South to not, you know, love sweet tea. So
I get that. Well, I mean, because I used to drink sodas and sweet drinks and stuff like that when I was a kid. But I want to say that at some point in my early 20s, I started noticing that when I would drink sweet drinks, I started getting nauseous. Like I started getting nauseated. And that kind of like made me slow down and stop drinking sweet liquids. And now when I do it, I can only drink just a tiny amount. Like usually, like for example, if I open up a can of Coke, I can drink like half the can and then I can't drink it anymore because then I get nauseated.
Which is better,
but,
Coke out of a can or out of a plastic bottle?
Huh?
Coke out of the can or the plastic bottle?
Like,
Plastic
which do
bottle.
I prefer?
Yeah.
Plastic bottle, hands down. If you can get glass is better than plastic.
Yes, the glass is a lot better overall.
Yeah.
But if the choice between the two, it's the I don't know if it's just my refined palate, but I can taste the can in the drink.
So I prefer canned Coke over plastic bottle Coke, but I like plastic bottle Coke because I can close it and seal it and then have it again like 2 or 3 days later.
Yes.
But overall, I prefer like how a can of Coke tastes to a plastic bottle Coke.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The can of Coke, I like the tin flavor from the Coke when you drink it.
Yeah. But glass bottle is hands down the best. No challenge
yeah, glass
whatsoever.
bottle for sure. That's why I didn't even put it on there because it's hands down the better.
Yeah. But what I was saying is that one of my problems with drinking apple ciders a lot of the time is that they're too sweet and really sugary drinks nauseate me. So Crispin is a brand of apple cider of, you know, hard cider that is not sweet. It's usually bitter and sour. And it is definitely an apple cider, but it's much more bitter, much more sour, and the carbonation is a little stronger. So it's like it's really bubbly, and it just has like a more powerful punch in the face kind of taste.
Yeah.
So it's literally like if I ever get an apple cider, I usually prefer something like a Crispin, and I've had other brands too, but Crispin is always the one that comes to mind because those are the most sour and bitter apple ciders I've had, and I like those because they're not super sugary.
Angry Orchard isn't very sugary. Red's is pretty sugary. Like
Angry
the green
Orchard
apple
is too sugary for me personally.
Isn't Angry Orchid like some organic one?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Like the green apple one, they do have some sweet. Like they do have a sweeter variety, but I find like their normal green apple one is not like really bad sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely like the sweeter a drink gets, the less likely I'm going to drink it or enjoy it. So yeah, like when it comes to apple ciders, I prefer something more bitter. And usually I ask about it. Like there's been a few times where like I'd go into like a nice restaurant and they'll have like apple ciders or something like that. And I'll be like, oh, like how sweet is it? And, you know, usually they'll be like, oh, like we have this one, which is kind of like, you know, a sweeter one. And we have this one, which it's funny because a lot of the time they say like, oh, like we have an apple cider, but it's like less popular because it's not very sweet. And I'm like, that sounds like the one that I want. So I will take that, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So
What about a hard dick insider?
that's pretty hot.
Only if you flop it around like a fish.
Listen here, Mr. Cinder Hermaphroditic Porn Shadow. God. Oh man. I get worried about your integrity when you come onto this podcast, Cinder Shadow. It seems like you get a little more nasty each time you come on here.
Well, isn't that why you keep inviting me back?
Yeah,
One of us, we accept you.
That's why I love having you on here, Cinder. Like that's why I love you.
You just want the abuse. That's plain and simple. All
Not
it is.
not the abuse. If anything, we're like like I feel like that if I were to go back into like the first episode that you guest hosted with us, like I want to say you were a lot more reserved and a lot more like a little bit more in your shell. But then the last few episodes, and especially this one, you've been a lot more intense. And man, I love that about you. I love that.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was because he wasn't used to working off of me to see like where you could go and you know.
Yeah.
For some strange reason,
we'll
I
get
have that
there.
effect
We'll
on
get
people.
there. He's warming me up. We will get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna Cinder. We'll get Cinder to my level of degeneracy. Butterfly in the sky, hockey fly twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book. You're a piece of shit.
Oh man. I do genuinely love having you on here when you have the chance to come and join us, Cinder. You're one of my favorite people.
Having me.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is because
like if Maz ever decides that she wants to play that furry game and then come on here and talk about it, I'll definitely consent to her being here.
I like to imagine that like somehow she lives in like this fantasy world in her mind where this podcast just doesn't exist. You know?
She knows that's weird. Like as vain and narcissistic as she really is.
No, but Lattice, tell us how you really feel about Maz, please.
Like she's a textbook narcissist.
No, she's a textbook vampire. If you were paying attention,
Whatever.
Which if you go into the vampire knowledge, they're kind of one and the same, aren't they?
Well, so some people never grow out of the scene phase, and that's Maz.
We love you, Maz. We really do.
It's okay. You don't have to compliment her, Cinder Shadow. She doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, she doesn't listen to this podcast at all.
She'll listen to it when I link
No,
it
she won't. We've tried.
Dude, so she is this raging narcissist. We have multiple people, me, Habs, and like Miss Rebecca, and people have been like, yeah, Maz, they talk a lot of shit about you. and she has not once like complained about like some of the shit I say. Because you've listened, I say some real shit.
Well, I mean, because like we've done a few like, and the thing is because like I just want to get it established to our fan base. First of all, I actually do consider Maz to be a friend. I'm just going to be straight up about it, because I've had personal conversations with her multiple times in a row, off the mic and in the DMs, and just being fun. So I do consider her to be a friend, and my thing is, I rip on my friends. That's why I'm like totally okay with this. But ignoring all that I just now said, multiple times I've tried to get her to listen to the podcast. She ain't gonna do it. She's not gonna do it, and that's okay. Like, in all seriousness,
we should totally do a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode. That would probably get her on board.
God.
So you know what? What would you contribute about Buffy the Vampire Slayer? What do you have to say about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Lettuce?
Dude, I'm actually, at one point I was a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan.
Same here.
Like, I liked that episode. I liked that show.
Okay.
So I like, there's, on the spot, I can't really think of a lot because it's been a few years. But I could, like, if I were to prepare for a Buffy the Vampire Slayer retrospective,
yeah,
I could probably speak very highly of that show because
it's really creative and well made.
It was Joss Whedon's only real good writing.
Well, what about, okay, so first of all, Angel was pretty good. It had some stinker seasons, but Angel was also pretty good.
Joss Whedon, it was crap after the second. Angel was pretty much crap after the second season.
Joss Whedon also did Firefly, which is very good.
I like Firefly.
It's only like one season, but it's still very good.
It's okay. There was also the movie.
Yeah, which technically is like a second season in a sense.
I like Firefly. The thing is that the actors really elevated that.
Well, but the thing is too is that
the acting really pushed that.
But the thing is too is that so first of all, Joss Whedon he's very strict when it comes to that kind of like how he wants his actors to act. But on top of it, one of the things that makes Joss Whedon a really interesting director is he has an eye for talent that nobody else can see. So, like, for example, a lot of the actors and actresses that he's hired into his shows throughout time of like doing different shows, he's hired people that nobody else ever gave a chance before. And he was able to look them over, read about them, kind of like look at what, their past works have been and like how they act, how they do. And he has an eye for talent. He like can realize like this actor is going to be great. This actress is going to be great. And then usually the ones especially that have never really had much of a career before they acted in a Joss Whedon piece usually go on to have great careers afterwards. So yes, the actors and actresses are very good at elevating the characters they're playing, but a lot of the time they have never been recognized before then. And he was able to recognize that they had the capability to do that in the first place. So,
sure. He's probably a halfway decent, scouting, casting director.
Yeah.
Which I'd have to agree. Joss is actually pretty good casting director.
Right.
He's not a great writer.
Could you repeat that, please?
He's not a great writer.
See,
Firefly was just a ripoff of Star Wars.
No. In fact, I think that it's better written than Star Wars. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, dude. I'll be straight up. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not 4, 5, and 6 are great. All the other ones are not that great. And even 4, 5, and 6 are very flimsy.
4, 5, and 6 are quite good. Right? But they can be picked apart very easily.
It's about deep space wizards.
Yes.
Fighting each other with magic powers in space.
Episode 1, 2, and 3 were Misa not that great.
Compared to the most recent ones, they're actually considered kind of good.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it. The newest ones, I gotta say, I liked The Force Awakens. I thought they could have set up a lot with The Force Awakens.
That was number 7, right?
Yeah, and then they shit on everyone and everything to do with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's why it sucked.
okay,
The
so
Force
here,
Awakens is nothing without the other two, and because the other two were horrible, The Force Awakens absolutely dreadful.
okay, like out of the post Lucas Star Wars, the only one that was good was that first sub story. I forgot Rogue One.
Rogue One was good.
Never
Rogue
saw
One.
that.
Rogue One out of the post Lucas films, Rogue One was the only
Yeah.
livable one.
Hmm.
Rogue One was good. I enjoyed the cartoon Rebels.
Hmm. Yeah, see, I'm not familiar with that.
There was
But-
3 seasons, and they actually had character development.
Hmm.
So that's why it was decent.
Okay.
Yeah, but so Firefly is basically the Star Wars story told from Han Solo perspective, where they don't bother with space magic.
Can I do a confession here?
You've never seen Firefly?
I've never watched Firefly.
That's okay, man.
That's fine. Like it's good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's Firefly is good. It's not like a master. It's not like it's not a masterpiece of sci-fi writing.
I would never, ever declare it to be a masterpiece. Do I really enjoy it? Absolutely. Do I declare it a masterpiece? Absolutely not.
It's not a
masterpiece. Another confession.
Okay.
I watched like one episode of Buffy and didn't like it.
That's well, I mean,
Which
that's
season?
okay.
What season did you? What season did you watch it into? Like, was it like the first season? Because
the first season is weak.
The first season
episode.
Oh yeah. It took Buffy like 2 seasons to really get going.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer that used to be a movie, and then they made a series out of it.
You watched the movie?
I mean, yeah, we all watched the movie.
Oh, the movie's so... I've seen it before too, but the movie is so bad. Like the original movie that the series is based on.
I just never got into it. It was more drama than I wanted to watch.
Yeah, first movie's bad. In fact, actually...
honestly, if I wanted to watch drama like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'd watch afternoon soaps. They're at least entertaining.
So, I mean, that was kind of the point for Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, you know what? If there is one episode that like I feel like I could recommend that if it doesn't get you into the show,
Once More with Feeling,
that's a good one. But no, that's the musical episode.
Yeah,
that is very good episode. But no,
okay. TV shows that come out with musicals, no.
There's there's a lot more to it than that, Cinder. But the whole there. I mean, I don't want to spoil the Once More with Feeling episode because there is a reason why it's a musical.
If I ever wanted to watch it, I would have a long time ago. Spoil away.
But I don't want to do that.
Okay, so you're talking about an episode that's like almost 30 years old at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
It's my own damn choice not to watch it.
The whole thing about the musical episode is that the reason why it's a musical episode is because there's a demon that comes into town and curses everybody to sing. And the idea is that he feeds off of the energy that that is when everybody sings. And after a while, after feeding off of enough of their energy, they sing so much that they explode.
Oh, like Seagull.
So the whole thing is literally that they have to solve the curse they have to stop the curse of this demon, because if they don't, everybody will sing nonstop until they explode. It's really interesting. Like it's actually a lot of fun.
You know what television show had the best musical episode? Scrubs.
That is a good point. There is a good musical episode in Scrubs. So
the best one.
The best episode that I feel like is really like if it's in my opinion like the quintessential Buffy episode is there, and it even won a bunch of awards because of how well it was made. Was there's an episode called Hush.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one.
That is like the quintessential Buffy episode. Like if you ever wanted to watch one episode that would get you into the series, that is the episode.
Honestly, I don't think it was because I didn't like Buffy. I watched a different show instead.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
you can only split your time so much.
Are you
right?
just saying that you gave up on it and then started a
No,
different
I
show?
just watched other shows that I found more entertaining or interesting than Buffy.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could
Right?
probably find like the show somewhere. Like you can like
Yeah.
watch it on your own time and dime, you know?
Yeah. No, I think the same time that came out was Highlander, wasn't it not?
No,
Highlander?
Or Highlander or older?
Highlander was before Buffy.
Was it?
Are we
Okay,
talking about
then
the
I was watching
movie or is
TV.
there a TV
No,
show called
There's
Highlander?
there's a TV show.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
You did not know there was a TV show named Highlander?
I only know about the movies.
Ran 6 seasons between 92 and 98.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Buffy was actually towards the end of the Highlander run.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Did not know that. But yeah, if there was one episode I could recommend you, it's definitely Hush. That's like the quintessential. And that's one I don't want to spoil because it's so good. And especially considering like that's the one episode that I would tell you that if you have the chance to watch it, go and watch it. That's like the best one. But there's a bunch of other really good ones. Like another really good episode is that comes to mind immediately is there's an episode where Angel, for anybody who doesn't know, Angel is the ancient vampire that Buffy falls in love with and kind of has like an on and off weird, like there are times where he's evil and there are times where he's a good guy. And that
First of all,
mm-hmm.
the first vampire she falls in love with.
He is the first vampire she falls in love with. Yeah.
Yeah, she's that's not the only one.
Yeah, I know that.
They run that shtick back, which was which I always thought was kind of disgusting, but
it's interesting. There's some interesting aspects to it, but another very fantastic Buffy episode that I always think of when I'm trying to think of like the best episodes of Buffy is there's an episode where Angel is fighting a demon and like alongside of Buffy or the group or whatever. He's fighting a demon, and when he basically, him and this demon are basically killing each other, and he gets all messed up, but he kills the demon. And when he kills this demon, the blood of this demon splashes all over him. And the blood of this demon gets into his wounds. And apparently this demon that he was fighting was like a demon of like immortality or something like that. And the premise of it is that when the blood of this demon gets into his wounds, he stops being a vampire and becomes a human being again. And the whole episode is about Angel finding out what it's like to be a human being again. And it's a really good episode. Like that's another really good one. But I mean, that one's more of a really good episode once you have the context and understanding of who Angel is as a character. So like, I wouldn't say that's quintessential because like Hush, you can like watch without any information and love it. But like that episode is like more like you need to have been watching the show for a while and understand like the characters and who they are as people. But that's another really good one that I like a lot. So, but I could talk about Buffy for a long time because I used to be a hardcore Buffy fan.
Yeah, apparently, because like I suggested a Buffy episode as a carrot to dangle in front of Maz, and we just pretty much did the Buffy episode.
Yep.
No, are you kidding? I could talk about it way more than that. I'm just bringing up the basics. I literally only just talked about like 3 episodes, and that's it. There's way more to talk about when it comes to that show. But
so what about these ball pits?
What? What?
Well, when you're at the convention, you got to go to the ball pit.
Yeah.
What? Where is this coming from? Where?
Cinder and I don't do segue material.
Okay. But like, what is this a reference to? What?
And apparently, there was a ball pit being filmed at G4.
Right. Okay.
This is where all the lost legs go.
Yeah, the women lose their legs in the ball pit. They hit puberty. They go into a ball pit, and their legs dissolve into the balls.
I forgot we're still the asshole brothers. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. The telekinetic, telepathic, psychic floating women with no legs who use their powers to make sure that our minds have no idea what we're looking at any given time. They disassemble their legs in the ball pit like Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell, half their legs are the balls.
You right. You right. Oh man.
I'm not touching that one.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. So I did think it was like I was, we were off mic and I was kind of showering Cindershadow in praise off mic. Because that's what I do. Because even though a lot of people, especially our viewers, might not believe it, me and Cindershadow are in fact actually friends, even though we stream together and I make fun of him and say mean things to him. I
He's
love
so mean. He's so mean. He hurts my feelings.
I know I'm such a bully to you, Cindershadow. I do in fact love and adore Cindershadow just like I love and adore Lettuce. But the thing is that I show a lot of my love and adoration for Cindershadow when I'm not in front of a microphone. So before we started the podcast, I was showering Cindershadow with praise of how much I enjoyed his most recent videos that he was doing. And 100% truthful about that. And he did a video today, I believe, right? It was released today.
Yeah, it was today.
And
I released it today.
Yeah, and it was all about G4 reeling back, basically, because of all of the mess.
What the hell?
My phone clicked on something.
Okay.
Good
His
job.
phone's possessed. It wants that leg action.
It does. Wants them balls.
Those sexy ASMR Amaranth VTuber balls, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was basically telling him how much I enjoyed the video he did talking about G4 reeling back after all of the trouble they got themselves into recently. So you wanna break down your opinion a little bit more on that? How do you
Well, first off, it started off with Frost Corinne, which is she used to be a League of Legends color commentator for some of the matches. If you guys know League of Legends, they're up to a 5 versus 5 team. They fight, they do combat, and she used to
That's like a Dota game, right?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
like Dota. It's the one that's gone way more than Dota ever did.
Right.
She used to do color commentation. She actually used to coach one of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been in and around the gaming world for quite a while. Goes on to G4 and does this whole rant. And her rant started with how Red Dead Redemption is not updating their game. And then she went into how women are being treated like sexism in gaming. And it went into this whole rant, and you have people like Adam Sessler sitting there clapping, praising, going, "Oh my god," kneeling down to her and all this other stuff. And now
how hard that man has fallen. I used to actually respect and enjoy him, like when I was
right
younger.
right
Back
and
in
at
the
that
X-Play
same
days.
time, you have other hosts that are just looking and going, "I don't know how to respond to this."
Mm-hmm.
Right, so this
Or
whole
Gerard.
thing, yeah, right. This whole thing blows up, and I've covered it off and on, and it blows up to the point where the whole internet goes, "What are you guys doing? I don't know where you're going with this." You know what? Attack of the Show or X Play was great because you had Morgan Webb and is it Olivia Munn?
Olivia Munn, and that was
Munn.
Attack of the Show.
Yeah, Attack of the Show. Yeah, where they did.
I think it's Munn,
sort of
like I think she has a D in her
and-
last name.
Nope, it's double N.
Oh, okay.
They were funny bits. Right, they use their sex appeal to make these bits absolutely hilarious, right? And
Well, I mean, I think that
And at the end, they also had Jessica Chobot.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is because like me personally, I have never found Morgan Webb attractive. However, I did feel like that she was an incredibly important element to the
Yes.
humor and enjoyment of that show.
Yes.
Not specifically because she was attractive, because I didn't think she was that attractive, but I enjoyed her personality and the things she had to say on that show on a regular basis. Now, Olivia Munn, that lady was super fine. super, super fine.
And this was also part of Frostgren's whole rant was we don't need to be easy on the eyes. You just need to consume our product, you peasants, pretty much.
Yeah, but the problem with Frost is that you have to be like Morgan Webb. Like, if you're not going to be smoking fine, you at least have to have something important or viable to say or be entertaining.
Yeah, you got to.
Morgan Webb was entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. If you're not going to be attractive, there was plenty of like not super hot chicks that worked for G4.
Yeah.
They had a personality, and the super hot ones were a lot of their super hotness was aided by their affable personality.
Olivia Munn is actually genuinely hilarious and entertaining.
Yes.
And Morgan Webb, even though, like I said, she wasn't smoking hot, that girl was so damn funny. Morgan Webb was hilarious. Like,
same with Jessica Chobot.
Yeah. And that was the whole appeal of Attacks the Show, X-Play, all this stuff. That was the whole appeal, was people watch the show because not only did it do reviews of video games, but they also did these sketches that were like old school SNL level sketches that were just funny.
Yeah, they were funny.
Right? Yeah. And then in the last couple days here, you had all these statements coming out. G4 is going to stand up and do all these things and do them completely different, and they started bleeding subscribers. They,
all the rants and stuff like that.
Yeah, the rants, and you have Adam Sessler. Honestly, is way worse than anyone else there right now because he is going off on one subset of people in the United States just because they happen to be aligned on the opposite side of the aisle to him.
The thing that I don't understand about Adam Sessler is like he used to be a really funny person.
Right.
And he was like really entertaining and like had interesting things to say. And it's just like, I don't know what happened to that poor man, but he is not funny or entertaining anymore.
He drank some neurological inducing Kool-Aid.
No, I mean, what happened to a lot of people back in the early late 90s, early 2000s, who were funny, doing things that almost everybody saw funny back in that time frame.
Yeah.
They were pissed. They are now piss afraid of being canceled for doing the things that people thought was funny back then.
Yeah.
Right.
That is Adam Sessler. That and a shit ton of cocaine.
Yeah.
He seems like a guy who does a lot of drugs.
Cocaine,
for sure.
Yeah, like you can't continuously do this revolving door where you're looking back at people's history because they did something that was funny then, and now you're holding them to that standard today to what they did back then. You can't do that. That's in the past. We've learned from the past. We've moved beyond that and beyond from the past, and we're moving into the forward, into the future. And if you're always living in the past, you're never going to get forward in your life. You're always going to be backwards in the past. Sorry, little rant there.
That's okay, man.
Anyway, with the G4 situation, they get to a point where now they're losing subscribers. They're losing money everywhere. There's probably at least 30 people that work for this company, and they're not. I don't know how they're sustaining the brand at this point.
Yeah.
Right. Because their viewership is way down. Their subscribers are way down. I believe they're owned by Comcast right now, so they're about the only place that they're.
We want more of that internet money, guy.
Right.
We want more money. More money from where? Give us some of that internet money.
Anyway, they go on to do this whole game show bit with two guys that look like they belong back in the 80s on the street corner
Yeah, the
with
variety hour.
different suits. And then they have Amaranth jump out of a ball pit.
I like
In
the
a
part where
bikini.
she's choking on hot dogs. That's my favorite.
Yeah, in a bikini. And then at some point during the whole stream, they throw a hunk of ham and it hits one of the girls right in the face.
Oh yeah. That's my
Right?
kind of G4,
I just sit
baby.
there, I'm like, what is this? I think this has all been done on Twitch before, but really?
It's the new meta. It's the new ham slap meta.
Right? Slap that ham meta. That is where we are today.
Oh man.
No hot dogs. It's just a slap your ham meta.
Well, because like the thing that's really interesting is because like what used to make G4 TV and like Attack of the Show and X-Play really good was that it was humorous, there was sexual stuff that happened in it, but they had like contact, like those weren't like the subject material.
Yeah.
Those were bits and jokes sprinkled into whatever was the main focus, whether it was game reviews or technology talk or whatever's going on social media or whatever. They had like a range of different subjects that would be the focal topic. And then
that's not true.
The closest thing to get to the old school G4 TV is probably Linus Tech Tips doing his April Fool's joke.
Well, hold on.
Where he sat there on the couch naked and showing off parts to a computer.
Yeah, he started in OnlyFans as an April Fool's joke.
Yes.
Oh. Huh.
That is the type of humor, and that was what put them on the map in the first place, was that type of humor.
Oh, by the way, Habs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but they straight up did lingerie shots, and lingerie photo shoots filmed for G4 with Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb.
I didn't know that they did that for Morgan Webb. I would totally believe it for Olivia Munn, but the thing is like Olivia Munn is somebody who would definitely like volunteer for something like that.
Both of them got lingerie for Spike magazine. Right. Both Olivia Munn, which G4 and Spike were owned by the same company.
Sure.
Back then. Yeah. But both Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb did lingerie and bathing suit photo shoots on the regular, and both those photo shoots were filmed with the G4 logo on them. God, they 100%. They were 100% there to look pleasing to our eyes.
Sure, sex sales. I get it. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I'm sorry.
They just also could do the other thing.
Right. I'm sorry. I misspoke. Sex sells. I get it. I understand that. I get it. Sorry.
Frostkieran gets things wrong, like what company owns Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, like, and then the Hogwarts part where she was saying it was exclusive when it's not. There's a lot that.
Can I just take one good side note, like right before we completely leave the topic? Sure. You mentioning Morgan Webb in lingerie. Is it weird that my imagination could not possibly perceive that? Even now, while I'm trying to imagine it, I can't see it. Because like Morgan Webb is just like, I mean, she is like an attractive woman, but like, am I the only one that sees her with that serious, like, resting bitch face all the time? Like, do you know what I mean? You know Morgan Webb's resting bitch face, right? You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
can't see it. I can't see her in lingerie. I just can't. My brain can't comprehend it. It's like trying to like fathom like the elder gods of frickin', like Cthulhu and Azathoth and Nyarlathotep. Like my brain can't comprehend the elder gods, just like I can't comprehend Morgan Webb in lingerie.
Yep,
like,
there you go.
Did you send me a picture of Morgan Webb in lingerie? Oh my god, hold on.
No, I sent you a video of her in one of her bikini photo shoots. That was G4. That was G4.
Oh my god. Oh my
god.
Watermarked. I gotta see this. I need to know. Oh, it's a video?
It's a
Oh, I was
yeah.
kind of hoping
Oh
for
no
a
no 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 no!
picture.
Anytime Morgan or any of their female hosts uh did a a bikini or lingerie photo shoot
Yeah.
on their behest, G4 filmed it,
Mhm.
watermarked it G4, and then aired it.
Mm.
Morgan did it several times with Olivia Munn,
Right.
and there were like one or two other female hosts after. Like Chobot did one for them that I know of. Like
Okay.
they did photo shoot like just straight up bikini photo shoots. I
Damn.
don't know what kind of skit they were doing there.
Yeah. That's
I'm
weird.
pretty, but they it exists for every one of the G4 hosts.
Wow. That's interesting.
And
And like, she looks really young in the short amount of footage that I was looking at.
well, I mean, it's because she was
Probably close to the beginning of like X-Play, maybe, because that's kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I just for some reason I have like this memory of Morgan Webb just permanent resting bitch face all the time.
Well, I mean, no,
And
that's just because of her strong. Like, I mean, she had like strong, uh, like broad jaw
yeah, she
and
does.
some very well defined cheekbones. I kind of liken her to Kathy Ireland, except for Kathy Ireland was way cuter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing is I would never say that she's ugly because I definitely don't think that. It's just I can't like imagine her as like for example, like when I think of like Olivia Munn, she like Olivia Munn is kind of like a sexy, like a sex icon, kind of. You know what I mean? But like Morgan Webb, like she's iconic, like for G4. But it's just like something about like I just can't see it. And like you can show me pictures and like the video you sent me, but like it just something about it doesn't sit right in my noggin, you know. But that's okay. I get it. But you know. Anyway, sorry, I just had to say that because that was something that was like, oh, like you know,
No worries, man.
she's done the bikini and the lingerie and the modeling, and it's like I get it, I do, but like my brain can't fathom it. Like, all right. Well, anyway, so yeah, you were talking about like Frosk, I think, Crazy Lady Frosk or
Yeah,
something.
she went off. They did this whole bit with the
Who's
pool and Amaranth,
yeah.
with G4 TV, and it just kind of was like a full 180 to what they were supporting with Frosk, and then they turn around and do all of this,
Well, yeah,
and
because
it's
the
like,
stuff with Frosk was losing viewers and money.
yeah,
So they have
Yeah,
to do something that gains viewers and gains money because fun
yeah,
fact, they're
except
still a business.
yeah, but except they went to the what I would call the lowest common denominator at this point, and went and scooped out of the bottom of the barrel and tried to find someone that's known like Amaranth and put them in front to save our business. And I'm like, oh,
Well, they're doing what's going to make money.
you
Like
want
like
to
that that's
yeah,
the point.
what they think is going to make money, but it's going to be a worse backfire overall because now people are like, what are you doing? You want to do that? That's fine. That's great. But you know, if you want to become part of the Twitch booby meta, have at her.
Well, okay, I think that a part
I
of it
mean,
too.
let's be honest. Uh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
No,
that's kind of the point that I was just about to make. Like
yeah,
you have to like in other words when we say it doesn't matter, you're talking about how there's going to be more backlash and we're saying with it doesn't matter is we don't think there's going to be backlash. Like there's going to be some people who are going to yell very loudly, but
yeah,
that's what we call a loud minority versus a silent
yes,
majority.
no, I
And
get it.
part of that silent majority is Amaranth fans and VTuber fans. And you got to remember like part of the list I recognize some of those VTubers by the way. Like I saw Iron Mouse who I know about. I saw there was another one, Nanners, who I know about. Those are two extremely
Yeah,
large VTubers. Like I'm talking about Iron Mouse is basically right now considered the highest subscribed Twitch VTuber. So basically,
but are they
Amaranth,
certified?
huh?
Are they certified VTubers?
Yeah, all of them were.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
all four of them.
They were all like, I don't know the other two, but I know for a fact Iron Mouse and Nyanners are definitely certified like VTubers.
Sorry, that's a joke. You guys probably don't get.
Well, I mean, like certified is like, what do you mean by certified, or were you just making a joke that I missed?
There was a joke going around where it might be possible to copyright and say you need actual certification to be considered a VTuber. That's all.
That's weird.
It's funny. It's just funny.
Okay.
You know how when with like safety and stuff like that for my work, where I need a ticket for everything under the sun, type of thing.
Okay, man. You're right.
It's just an ongoing joke.
All right. But my point is that like, if anything, like G4 temporarily, like, I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to keep it, because that was one event, one time for one video. So that means for that one video, they probably had a humongous influx for all of the viewers of Amaranth, or not all of them, but a good portion of them. They probably had a huge influx for a good portion of the fans of Iron Mouse, and they probably had a huge influx of the fans of Nyanners. Now, I don't know about the other two because I didn't recognize the other two, but I know like of the existence of those two particular VTubers. They're huge. So that video probably did amazing for them because they went with what was popular. And you know what? It probably won't be Amaranth and Nyanners and Iron Mouse again, but they're probably going to follow a trend, and they're probably going to bring in more people, and they're probably going to be successful, and they're probably going to gain some form of more viewership, possibly, as well as probably make more money like a business is supposed to.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
Okay, so my point on this whole thing is people are just overblowing this. Yeah. Frosk has a history of being this kind of mentally deficient feminist. So the thing is like she's here, she's loud, and she causes problems wherever she goes. Sure. So she's at this thing, she makes her mistake, she catches a bunch of criticism, and then somebody somewhere is like one comment says, "I miss Morgan Webb."
Yeah.
So she latches onto that and does her little thing.
Yeah.
The three guys with her can't say, "Shut, what the f are you doing? Yeah, we're trying to grow our channel. We're trying to grow our channel."
Yeah.
That's part of this now is they couldn't even sit there and say anything. Right?
You can't because then
you get canceled on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gerard, he during that entire rant, Gerard's like looking at her like dead in the eyes, like, oh my God, what the hell did I do? Because I don't know if you know who Gerard Cahill, because I don't know if you know who Gerard Cahill is.
I don't.
The Completionist on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I know the name, The Completionist. I know that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's Gerard Cahill. Mm-hmm. He kind of did the who's the guy from Epic Mealtime? Harley Morenstein.
Didn't Epic Mealtime like become a failure? Like that doesn't exist anymore, right?
Oh no, it still exists.
Oh, okay.
I checked. But he did the Harley Morenstein thing, like got a little famous, got himself a little following, and tried to grab the ring, of being kind of like a broadcast television guy. Mm-hmm. And then died. So Gerard's over there looking at Frosk just basically tank this one job he's kind of signed on to, while he realizes that in order to kind of grab at this ring, he kind of somewhat harmed or abandoned his other very successful YouTube presence.
Yeah.
So Gerard's looking at him, was like dead in the eye, because he can't say like, "Bitch, shut up. We're trying to grow an audience here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like everybody else is like, too afraid to be like, hey, look, I don't think that, you got like one comment that says, "I miss Morgan Webb," but go off.
Yeah,
So like, and here's the funny thing. Frost was not their first choice to be the female Attack of the Show host.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprised.
They actually 110% intended on bringing back Olivia Munn.
Yeah, I know. I did watch some stuff that was talking about that.
Yeah. Had while they were trying to bring back G4, had Olivia not broken up with the CEO?
Yeah.
Because she was dating like one of the channel CEOs or presidents or something like that.
He was,
and
She
was on board. She was on board to be the ATOS host.
Mm-hmm.
And then she broke up with him, and it kind of went away.
Yeah. Well, and if I remember correctly,
they're scrambling for female hosts, but everybody's like, no, I'm a titty Twitch streamer. I can make a lot. Right. I don't need your platform to grow my audience. Yeah. I'm a titty Twitch streamer. The most attractive female they got was Scott the Woz.
He's definitely a lot more attractive than Frost, that's for sure.
That was my long way to go to say that Scott the Woz was way more bangable than Frost.
I mean, he's pretty hot. I mean, you could throw him on Attack of the Show, and that would probably work out just fine. Just put that man in a bikini, put him in a banana hammock. Do us all a favor. There we go.
Because I mean, he doesn't do Attack of the Show. They just he signed a contract that let
he does Scott his own thing, right?
Scott the Woz episodes simulcast on G4.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
which is probably what Gerard should have done.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, I have been keeping up with this whole story relatively, so I know a lot of what you're talking about, about Scott the Woz, and I didn't know about Gerard though, the completionist. I mean,
Gerard, the fat bearded guy that was looking at that, sitting next to Frost, looking at her dead eyed. Yeah. What are you doing to me?
Because I don't watch. I mean, I know the completionist. I understand that his material is relatively good. I've seen it here and there, but I don't actively watch him, so I didn't recognize him. But yeah, he's probably pissed.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if pissed is just kind of disappointed. Yeah. Because I mean, let's face it. Gerard is a bit of a soy boy.
I mean, I guess I don't know much about him, so I mean, if you know him well enough to make that claim, then sure.
I would have to wager because the gaming, because I mean, he's built himself into the video game industry.
Yeah.
He has ties in the video game industry, and video game journalists, and they don't take kindly to non-leftists there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I have to, for him to survive in the environment in which he has, at the very least, he's a centrist who does a good job of pretending to be a leftist.
Mm. Okay. I mean, like I said, I don't know very much about him, and that's what I know. So there you go. But yeah, I overall see it as I'm not surprised by what they did. That whole variety hour with the VTubers and Amaranth. It doesn't surprise me because in the end, they're a business. Okay. And they got to make money. That's what it comes down to. And they're going to do more like it. And, they're going to get that loud minority yelling at them. But as long as the silent majority keeps coming back and being like, oh, I'll be part of your viewership. Oh, I'll send you money. They're going to keep doing it. And I don't have a problem with that because, like I said, it's business got a business. That's what it comes down to. Money talks, and loud minorities are not as big as people want them to believe them to be. So that's kind of how I see it. So
yeah,
I do expect Cindershadow that you're going to have a lot more news to cover on this particular subject. It's going to.
Oh yeah, I think there'll be more because I think the latest is possibly Frost is completely gone.
We don't know that.
It's what it was looking like today. There was some talk and there was rumblings about it. Yeah. So I'm waiting to hear more about that.
Was she let go? Did she quit? Like the thing is like in all fairness to her, even though she is kind of insufferable, in all fairness to her, like when they did the thing with Amarath, people were like, "Oh, look, Frost approved this." Apparently, Frost doesn't have approval on that show. Frost, well, given the state of the show, I'm pretty sure nobody has approval except for the higher ups on that show.
Yeah.
Like if they are in full blown right the ship mode.
Mm-hmm.
The only people who have that have any kind of editorial say in that show are probably the producers at this point.
I mean, that would make sense because that's how stuff like that usually works.
Well, I mean, if things are going well,
yeah,
you can afford to allow presenters, writers to have kind of like carte blanche with what's going on.
Uh-huh.
But if shit is heading fanward,
mm-hmm.
that the first thing that goes away is the people's ability to decide the direction.
Right.
It stops becoming a collaborative effort, and the producers who are responsible for producing a product that generates revenue.
Right. Money gotta make money. Like
they take control.
Yeah.
So. I mean, at this point, Frost is only responsible for reading what's put on a what's put on the prompter for her. Like after her little rant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the first thing I tell her is like, okay, you said what you said. That's great. Given the problem that you've had with getting factual information correct,
mm-hmm.
and the fact that you've kind of torpedoed this channel. The next time you go off prompter, you're getting fired.
Yeah.
So that's the way things sounded like right after it happened too.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're like, you said what you said, and we're not going to publicly admonish you for that. But yeah, kind of did hurt us here. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to look at the teleprompter and read it, and don't go off script.
Yeah.
For the love of God, please. And she stuck around and approved and stuck for that. The problem is like people are treating her like she's like a producer of the show, which she never was.
I didn't know she was.
So this Amaranth, well, I mean, the thing is like if you're trying to tag her with hypocrisy because she approved of this thing,
yeah,
like she wasn't on screen for that.
Yeah. I mean,
she was nowhere close to the screen on that one. We don't know what she approved of. She probably, I mean, for all we know, during the thing, they were like, "Hey, we're doing this," and Frost was like, "Hey, you don't need me. I don't want to be anywhere around for this."
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't see it as hypocrisy, like because like. The thing is because, like you said, like I totally agree with that because I've never seen Frost in this situation as being a producer. I don't think that she has like the power in this business to be able to say like what goes on a regular basis.
She did, but she burned it at the rant.
Yeah. So, I would be surprised if that was true, to be honest. Like I would be legitimately surprised if she had that kind of power in the first place to begin with. I think that it almost seems like that rant would have been something that she's just like, I'm doing this now, because I can be whatever I want to be,
No, in a show like G4,
yeah.
Granted, I have very minimal experience here. Not done anything outside of the range of even close to the range of G4.
Right.
But something like that, when you're trying to present a person's personality, like for us, you don't present me with a script. You just bro out every time I drop an F-bomb.
Sure.
And I'm not writing anything. I'm not dictating your script.
Right. Right.
Now, if for some strange reason doing the podcast with me is harming your YouTube presence, you're probably going to try to rein me in.
Mm-hmm.
But until I harm your YouTube presence, you're going to let me do what I do because I'm going to function better with you, because you believe I'm going to function better without the restraints.
Right.
Which is human nature. Humans kind of function better when they're not constrained.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely understand. I guess when you put it that way, I can understand how they, because I mean, the old Attack of the Show, there were definitely a lot of times where definitely episodes that I remember watching where they would be like, I have no idea what's going on, but this is happening now, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you're probably right. Like, I just never saw it as like, you know, like sometimes they go off the script and wacky shit happens, but I never saw it as therefore it means that you have producer power, you know, or like you have like more sway in the channel overall in what it produces as a show or entertainment or whatever. But
No. But everybody's like, well, like Frost, you know, let this happen. Like, again, yeah. So, like, to be perfectly fair, like, she wasn't on screen for that show. She probably wasn't anywhere close to being involved in that decision.
Yeah.
The other two hosts, especially Sessler, because Sessler is a producer.
That I would believe. Because he's been around for a long time and done a lot. And despite who he is and how he acts now, he did a lot of good for that channel overall.
I believe part of the current G4 charter is Sessler as a producer.
That would make a lot of sense to me. See,
Probably.
that I would believe. That I would.
So Adam Sessler's, you know, seal clap.
Yeah,
during her rant.
I love that meme.
That's where the hypocrisy is.
Yeah,
that's not the seal clap. That was a crocodile clamp with the tears involved.
Yeah, that was because I
with that robot face.
Yeah.
Nom.
I've been seeing his robot face seal clap going around on Twitter as a GIF meme. That shit cracks me up every time I see it because it's so. Usually, whenever it's used as a meme, it's so perfect. Like it's so perfect. But yeah, I definitely agree. That does feel like something that's probably hypocritical, and I wasn't considering it when talking about this. So, I mean, if he is legitimately like ranting and raving, like, yeah, Frosk is right, everything like is this way, and you know, women are being, you know, done this way, then I guess it is pretty hypocritical that they did the Amaranth VTuber thing. I get that. So, because he would have probably had to sign off on that. So, but I mean, overall, like I said, money, business got a business. They got to make money, you know, and like if that means that they have to, you know, do really lame trends to draw people in to, you know, make that content that's going to be popular and get them the views and the subscribers and the money, like then they got to do it, you know? And no matter how hypocritical it is, because if you want, like, if it's genuinely hypocritical and the majority of people genuinely think it's hypocritical and wrong, then what you do is you don't subscribe, you don't give them your views, and you don't let them make money from watching them. Like, because that's what it is. Like, I've talked about it so many times before. Like, the consumer is the one who's allowing it to happen. I'm just that's what it comes down to. So if you don't believe in it, then don't watch it. Like, that's kind of how I feel about that. But if they're doing it right, which it seems like they are with VTubers and Amaranth, they're going to get a lot of views. They're going to get some subscribers. They're going to make some money. So good for them. Business got a business.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And Amaranth has some nice tits.
I mean, I'm not going to, like, just because I don't think she's a wonderful person doesn't mean she's not extremely hot to trot.
I mean, she puts herself out there to be objectified, and who am I to deny her?
Here's the thing. I think that she's a great businesswoman, and she's very good at what she does, and she's incredibly attractive. But I mean, I'm not a big fan of her, and I definitely don't watch her. So there you go.
Cosplay is foreplay.
I will say this though. One of my favorite things that involves Amaranth is, have you seen that famous clip where she's at the convention and she's dressed up as Black Widow? And she's like talking about something that she doesn't like or something like that. And there's like a dude standing next to her who is like listening to her talk. and she says something, and he's like, "Oh yeah, totally," and he puts his hand up for a high five. She totally turns him down, like doesn't make any eye contact. She does like a fist, like she does like an arm pump to be like, "Yeah, that's right, I did say it," and then completely walks away from the dude while he's left hanging there with his hand in the air.
Oh boy.
So Cinder.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man?
I'm getting pretty tired. I've been up since 4:30 in the morning, and right now it's 12:30 a.m.
Yeah.
the next day.
Nice. Quick question. Amaranth, would you let sit?
Yes.
What?
This is actually important. You do have to answer this, Cindershadow.
Amaranth, would you let sit?
Sure.
Yeah, my man.
I've seen so little of her. It's like,
I mean,
You
You're
would
one
let,
Google-
you would let sit though.
you're one
Sure.
Google search. You're one Google search away from seeing everything. Let's
Yeah.
yeah.
be honest.
I figured.
That is who Amaranth is. You are one Google search away
Yeah.
from seeing everything.
Yeah. But
As a matter of
But what?
I was gonna say, like y'all heard it here, guys. Mr. Cindershadow, hermaphroditic porn boy, would let sit for Amaranth. So there you go. We got the answer that we needed. We did it, boys and girls.
It would probably be a hell yes if she had that dick.
That's what Cinder's all about, right?
Yeah.
What?
If she had that dick,
Mm-hmm.
you probably would let sit harder.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just ram it right into
Well,
your
let's
face,
entertain it. Let's go with that.
Okay. I mean, I like being right.
Amaranth, if Dick Girl would let sit for Mr. Cindershadow. Got it.
I mean, if Dick Girl would let sit for lettuce too.
You know what? I want to be with the cool kids. Would let sit if Dick Girl, for sure.
Awesome.
So I just want to let everybody know this 2-hour podcast that we just did. The whole point of this podcast was completely purposeless, except to get to that one answer for Cindershadow, which is if Amaranth would let sit.
This was the long con.
Yeah, it was.
If Amaranth had the dick, would let sit, and we found out that we would all.
Yeah,
if she was a magical dick girl.
Yeah, it was the whole podcast was a long con just to get Cindershadow to say Amaranth Dick Girl would let sit. So we did it, boys and girls. Mission accomplished.
Oh boy.
We can all go home now. We're done. Good job, boys.
Mission accomplished.
We did it.
We got George Bush sitting on the aircraft carrier with the mission accomplished banner.
Yeah, everybody's saluting you.
Doing the victory lap 3 years before the war ends.
The Medal of Heroes.
Yeah.
It's just like
Heroes duty.
It was just like a gold medal with with a red, white, and blue ribbon, and the gold medal imprinted on it is like a bare ass sitting in a chair.
Yeah, a dick girl.
Amaranth Dick Girl would let sit is what is engraved on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Habanero, is that going to be one of your next t-shirts?
I will make it a limited release and send you one copy, and then after I send it to you, I will take it off release.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh,
so
God.
do we have any? I think, you know what? I think we should leave it at that. I think we should wrap it up with that. That was
just dead stop.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you, Habanero and Lettuce, for having me on again.
No problem.
Yeah.
The internet is really, really great.
We really appreciate having you on here, and I honestly want to say that each time you come on, it gets better and better each time. So we really appreciate that.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyways, thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to say the last few things, which is if you haven't already, please hit that like or subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Check in the description for all the wonderful links such as PayPal or Streamlabs. And also, I want to give a wonderful shout out to the amazing Patreon members, which include Bo Falcon, Fajuk Enterprises, James P., Miss Rebecca, as well as Scorpa, guys. Thank you so much, Patreon members, for being amazing and helping out your brother, your butthole brothers, your asshole brothers. We are the asshole brothers. And other than that, we have been the Imaginary Boys. Good night, everybody.
Toodles.